Good morning. Welcome to Workouts for Oldermen Live. We'll be starting here in a moment. All right, so hang in there. We'll be starting here in a moment. Get ready to ask your questions. Get ready to say hello. Tell me where you're watching you from. Tell me how old you are. Again, we'll be starting here in a moment over on Facebook and on TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. Get ready to ask your questions. The more men we have coming on here and answer questions, at least say hello. You're going to join me here today. Just you commenting, you liking, sharing, loving the feed brings more men who are just like you onto this live broadcast. Get more men just like you asking questions that you need the answers to too. Rapid fire, more men, more questions answered, more bang for your buck. All right, so get your questions ready. If you're on TikTok, like that page. Get more men here. Make sure you follow when you do. All right. Talking about workouts for older men, we are going to be talking about eating for older men, how it's different, how you have to look at it differently now that you're a little bit older. Going to be starting here in a moment. So glad you are here. Good morning, Ed, on TikTok. So glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like that screen. Tap that screen. Give me some of your energy. I'll give it back times 10. All right. So here we go. Let's get this show started. Hello. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Cour. So glad you are joining me here today. When you come on, say hello. For whatever reason, that's our Workouts for Older Men Live greeting. I don't know how I came up with that. Maybe when I first did my first live video many years ago, thousands of live videos ago, I was so nervous and I just ran into that and that seemed to catch on. So say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. Coming to you every morning here for some inspiration. Right? Maybe to validate everything that you're doing right. So you just keep on keeping on. Many times with so much information out here on the internet, there's so much information. You can be doing everything right. You think you're doing everything right. You even believe that you're making progress. But a lot of times we don't always believe that, right? One, tell me if this is true for you. Like looking in the mirror, wow, this is really working. I'm looking good. I'm making progress. May have some way to go, but I'm making progress. And then just 2 hours later, you're saying, who am I kidding? This isn't working. Maybe I need to go on TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube and find something else, right? That confusion, frustration, that overwhelm. I get it. I want to help you break through all that, get a deeper understanding. So you just keep on keeping on. Validate what you're doing, right? Maybe making some adjustments. Many men are focusing on the wrong things, putting in a lot of effort, just putting their weight, the priority on things that don't matter. Most of the information that you hear on the internet does not matter. It is exciting. It's new. It may catch on. May get a lot of likes. It may influence the masses to put some energy onto it. But it's not important. It's just new. It's just different. Just people hoping that's the breakthrough that matters. Many times it's the basic organizing fundamentals. You're just not understanding their importance, putting enough intensity on those things. I want to help you sort all that out. So when you come on, say hello, tell me where you're watching me from. Ed asked a question, why turkey, chicken versus beef? There is no difference besides maybe the fat content. A lot of times when people are trying to lose body fat and they look at fat, the macronutrient versus fat on the body, they're not the same thing. Just because you have fat in your diet, we need to have fat. Fat is healthy. We need at least 20 to 30% of our diet in healthy fat. So maybe chicken and turkey, it's a lean meat protein source versus having more fat in it, like protein, like beef does. And so maybe that is why many people prefer it. I'm sure could be because other reasons. They like the taste of chicken and a turkey besides beef. Maybe they don't like eating beef because of the health reasons. But as far as building muscle and losing body fat, It's all about those calories that you take in, but in their macronutrient ratio. So you can eat a good source of protein like beef, and it could have a higher fat content in it. But as long as the macronutrients at the end of the day with the calories they eat are in a certain range, then it will work. Actually, it's a great question when you talk about protein sources: chicken, turkey, leaner, the white meat, right, versus the dark meat of chicken, right, or beef versus chicken and turkey, or fish, or whatever it's concerned. All right. It's the overall quality of those calories. When we're talking about building muscle, losing body fat, right, being in that calorie deficit, knowing all of that, the quality of food doesn't matter as much as many men think. You should focus on the quality of your food. You definitely should, because we should be into this more than just the way our body looks. I'll be talking about things that why we have to think differently and take different actions when it's still this thing about building muscle and losing body fat when we get older. But why is it different? Is there any difference, right, in what a younger man does versus an older man when it comes to eating? When it comes to eating, a younger man normally, this isn't everybody, really eat in a manner to build muscle, lose body fats for the aesthetic reasons, what they look like in the mirror. And I'm not saying when you're older you should not worry about that, or you're wrong for thinking about that. I'm just saying that when we get older, we got to think of things differently about our overall health and longevity. As our body gets older, it's not going to be efficient at doing just basic bodily functions, right? So we need to help it out with exercising, especially nutrition. That's a different way of looking at it. So when you say hello, when you come on, say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. Zane, today is your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Zane. So glad that you joined me on your birthday. How old are you, Zane? Zane over on YouTube. All right. So thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for being here. One thing that I do when I show up, I just give you some information, right? When it comes to eating, when it comes to training, when putting it all together, sorting through all this information, right? One thing that I do is I kind of put out a battle cry for the men who are, they're sick and tired, right? They're going through all this information, can't seem to figure it out, right? Hopefully you'll join me on my lives. Visit skiplacour.com, my website, all the questions. I mean, if you said, hey, can I build muscle now that I'm a little bit older? How many sets or reps? How much volume of exercise? What's a workout for old men? There's a video for you on skiplacour.com. How do I get rid of the man boobs? There's a video for you on skiplacour.com. Can I get a six-pack now that I'm a little bit older? Eating strategies for old men, workout strategies, mindset, right? How do you do it efficiently and effectively when you're an older man with a busy, productive life? All right. All these questions are answered. I've created videos for you 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long, half hour long. A lot of the questions that we could answer here, they're on skiplacour.com. All right. When you're sick and tired of just sorting through all this, you want some direct answers. Harry in the Philippines over on YouTube. So glad you're here. Well, I want to help you, right? This show is really for you when you're done scrolling, you're done collecting more and more information, and you finally need a breakthrough to get it straight for you. I want to make myself available to you. Again, there's a lot of information over on skiplacour.com that can help you. There's a lot of information right here on YouTube. There's a lot of information on Facebook. Post all through the day. Make sure you're on my Facebook page. Right. So there's a lot of information out there, but how do you organize it? How do you break through for you? If you're just sick and tired of the way your body looks, and it probably looks better than most men your age, but you didn't go this far, you didn't put this much effort into it, watching live videos, scrolling through your social media, looking for strategies. You didn't do this much work just to get this far. All right. When you're sick and tired, the body that you see in the mirror is not congruent with the man who has worked hard, built businesses, continues to work hard, has provided for a family, has raised great kids, you got a great family and marriage, gone through the journey of life. You know who you are, but you just can't get this whole fitness, that part of your life down the way that you want. Well, reach out to me. Reach out to me. Put my number on the screen. I allow make time every single morning for those men who are sick and tired who want to take action, right? So two-step process. Just text me on the number on the screen, right? 925-352-4366. And then you're going to fill out a questionnaire, all right, over on talkwithskip.com. It'll bounce you over, fill out that questionnaire along with the picture that you send me when you text me. Whatever you feel comfortable with is fine. All right. And then I'll look that over and I'll give you a text and we can talk 10 or 15 minutes today. Again, I know a lot of you, watching these videos, it may be helpful, but a lot of times it's just an inefficient use of your time. I respect that. I want to help you with that. So text me at the number on the screen and then fill out that questionnaire and I'll contact you. We'll set up some time to talk. All right. I do that every morning. Usually have about 3 or 4 men who are just sick and tired to take advantage of that. The other men are kind of waiting until they know they're ready. They don't want to waste their time. And I respect the fact that they don't want to waste my time. But if you're sick and tired, you're the type of man who does what it takes to get what he wants. Talk to a lot of you men every single week. All right. So now is your time to take advantage of that. So Randall over on Facebook says, good morning, Skip and everyone. Have making their lives better. Back from vacation, no damage. And was lucky to have your room steps from the gym in the hotel. Ready to be able to plug into this resource. Thank you, Skip. Well, thank you so much for Randall. Thank you so much for the kind words. And thank you for being here. All right. So, I like to differentiate. A lot of men, they're experiencing now that they're older, what might be different, right? I'll help you identify what that is and a different strategy. A lot of it is when it comes to eating and losing body fat, right? You've probably said, I just look at food. I can't eat as much food as I did in the past, right? Now I've accumulated all this body fat, right? Well, a lot of times we're very instinctive. Do we just move more, eat less? We work out or whatever it is. Do we eat whatever we want, right? And we don't seem to put on the fat. We didn't put on the fat we didn't put that fat on eating what we think are the same foods when we were younger. And now we have so much to challenge. Well, everything, again, even when we're in shape, right? There is a price to getting older. Things don't work quite the same. Now we have to make up with it with better strategies of eating and working out, right? Our standards have to be raised, how consistent we are. And that's just the way it is. All right. So when it comes to eating, we just have to have a different approach. One thing is we have to, use common sense and eat foods, right? There's a lot of diets on the internet, right? And we need to think about, again, not just what are we eating so we have muscle and lose body fat. All right. But we also got to food is energy. Energy are the calories. It's the quality of life. When we eat well, I like to say food is a drug. It's how you're using it, how effective and efficient you're using it. Are you just kind of instinctively doing it? Or are you learning certain strategies and living up to certain standards so you can really take advantage of this energy source, this life-enhancing drug called nutrition and being consistent? Really your ability to handle stress. Not only earlier in the day, you wake up with more energy. And again, there's a accumulation of the benefits of eating right. It's just not for that day. How much energy you have is not just how you ate that day or even the day before. It accumulates momentum, right? Using this drug, right, called food to your advantage, right? Energy in the morning, how you handle moods, right? You wake up in the morning and you're anticipating, maybe get a little anxious in the morning with the challenge you have to deal with in the day, sorting things out. I mean, how you've been eating really affects your brain waves, how you function first thing in the morning, how you handle your moods first thing in the morning, during the day, how you handle stress, how you deal with interactions with your family. Taking control of your eating habits has a major effect on your mental and emotional health, your energy levels. A lot of men talk about, hey, do I need TRT? All right, because my testosterone level's a little older now, that I'm a little older. It's a lot lower. Well, food is energy. Energy is food. Calories are energy. Knowing what to do there can sustain your energy. Sleeping better at night. Sleeping better at night is so important. One thing that I didn't need to appreciate when I was younger was quality sleep. You don't need it. Just like a lot of things in life, you don't need to have so much attention to detail, or the standards don't have to be as high when you're younger. Quality sleep, that'll be affected by the way you eat. All right, so we got to look at food totally differently when we're older. We got to help out our body with just basic functions where we didn't have to before. It's more than building muscle and losing that stubborn body fat. How we have to look at it now that we're a little bit older. The biggest thing that I would say is that you can't just instinctively eat clean foods or healthy foods. However you describe that, you have to quantify what that actually is and what it doesn't have to be. Right? How do you mix in regular food so it's sustainable for you? All right. But you got to know how many calories that you're eating. All right. And I'm not saying every single day you measure out your food and you got to be strict and meal prep Sunday and all these containers and you can never eat at a restaurant. I'm not saying all that. But how much of this drug, this energy source called food, are you eating every day? Regardless of the quality of the food, right? How much of it, is it 1,000 calories? Or is it 2,500 calories, right? Same food, same organizing principle, same philosophy, same standards, same meals and things like that. But how much of it are you eating? Let's just start there. Many men do not know how many calories they're eating. Again, calories is energy. Energy is food, right? So that's one major distinction on the way we need to look at this, how we need to look at it differently now that we're a little bit older. All right. If you've been watching these lives, all right, you're sick and tired of the way you look and you want to take action. All right. Set up a course just for you. All right. Gives you a steady stream of focus, information, inspiration. This simple and effective approach, right? Stay on course, right? So you can continue to watch all of the videos, getting inspiration, maybe from the younger guys, their energy, the way that they look, next level little details and training strategies. Keep on doing that. But what you need to do is come back to the basic organizing principles. Again, they're not on the internet. They skip all that. It's old, it's boring to most of the viewers. So even if you had a great fitness influencer that, he's dealt with thousands of men, like I've been doing this for 35 years, helping men just like you right from the start. It's not just what I have done as a former 6-time national champion, drug-free bodybuilder. It's all the men who I've helped, all the mindset, the mental and emotional approach to all this, besides the training and the eating. Right? We run in certain patterns, right? Probably the patterns that are stopping you, right? The patterns that are stopping you, it's probably pretty common. All right. So the basic organizing principles that make this all work, it's Skip. So when you go to solutionswithskip.com, go there, check that out. Get a steady stream of training, nutrition, exercise execution. Not all the fancy exercises, you can throw those in, but the exercises that work, demonstration, exercise, execution videos, workout log, how to organize your week with the exercise, the order, exercises, sets, the reps, and why. It's all explained in 11 hours of audio when it comes to training. You need everything you need to know. All right. Nutrition, strategies, mindset, how to look at all this. 11 hours. There's a 90-minute video of the biggest fitness challenges that older men face and their solutions. You're going to watch that video and it's going to solve all your, well, I thought that was just me. It's not just you. It's the biggest fitness challenge that older men face who are doing this, right? We all have our individual goals and our individual challenges, maybe back pain or shoulder pain or whatever it is, right? How long you've been carrying the body fat, but there's certain basic organized principles. So everything is covered in hours of video and more hours of audio, right? Information, get instant access. But here is where the game changer is, right? That's when I personally, not a staff, I don't send this down, to someone who I've trained, who I have faith in. No, I am talking to you for an hour on the phone, right? I'm talking to you on the phone on a recorded conversation. I become your personal coach, teacher, to meet you where you are, validate what you're doing, right? So you can move forward with more certainty and confidence on the things that are working out and eating with a lot less uncertainty. I'll help you make the adjustments along the way. And here's the most important thing: the time frames when you can expect change to happen and how it will happen. Many of you are doing things right. You're uncertain. You want to always change. You're not as you don't follow through as much because you're so uncertain. Right? I'll give you that sense of certainty, but the challenge is that you don't know when is this going to happen. It may be happening just the way it should, but you have this idea in your head that, and maybe it's the impression that you get on the internet or what you think you've experienced in the past or how other people are experiencing it, right? And it's happening just the way that it's supposed to happen. You just aren't. So I want to get you clear. I want to get you in focus. I call it, I really do these live videos every day just for a call to action to a couple men who are the type of men who they'll do what it takes to get what they want. All right. They're successful in their family and their business. It's just that, again, looking in the mirror, it's just not who they are, but they seem to be trapped. And I understand how frustrating it is, but you're sick and tired. You know you must break through. You want to break through, but there's something just missing. All right. So get you clear, get you focused, get some individual coaching in addition to. So it's a great entry level. See, it's a $147 investment. The type of men who are great at what they do, they understand that their time is important. This learning curve, we're older. We don't have the next 10 years to get this right, especially when you can cut out all of the confusion, frustration, and shorten the learning curve. That's a great investment. So you check that out at solutionswithskip.com. I look forward to becoming your individual coach, talking to you for that hour, that recording you can listen to over and over again. So Big Daddy says, thank you so much for the surprise phone call yesterday. We'll adjust my calorie count as directed. All right. All right, sir. Thank you so much. I do a lot of phone calls. One thing is that, although I produce a lot of videos, you'll see a lot of videos on skiplacour.com. I realize that even a lot of smart men making that connection, knowing what out of that video, what they need most, not what they think that needs most. A lot of smart men aren't making that connection, and it's frustrating. It may take a lot of work, a lot of hustle on my part, but once you're my guy, you're always my guy. And I'm not sure, Big Daddy, I think that's Dave. Dave posted on another social media platform. It was Facebook, I believe. And I said, Dave Bell, that sounds familiar. Sound a little frustrated, right? So I just looked for Dave Bell in emails. Boom, I saw that he invested in this package that I have. And we had talked, and I remember the conversation. So I just reached out to him. Probably, I don't know, within an hour, I was seeing a post, right? And it was the right Dave Bell. And we talked about it, right? All right, guys, so reach out. Got many ways to help you reach your goal when you're sick and tired. And, keep on watching all the live videos. Keep on getting information, inspiration. But when it comes to a point where collecting more and more information is not the way to go, right? It's time to take action. The right action. I want to help you sort through with that. So like I said, many ways to reach your goal. You can look at the description of this video. Make sure that you watch all my videos on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, and when you're sick and tired, reach out. All right, so that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men Live. Let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.